The first objection we hear is that the Earth is getting hotter. Let's give this one a maybe. In the last 80 to 100 years, it is pretty clear that the data has the Earth getting hot.
Not long enough. You need more time to determine a pattern. 80 years ain't long enough. What are you, a liberal?
That's a fair point, actually. That's a fair point. I like the razzing and the buzzer. Very effective. It's true, your point, in other words, that the Earth, I think, is hotter in this span, but we don't have data from before that time. So it's hard to prove anything conclusively. In other words, we should give this one a big fat possibly. Okay? Secondly, we hear I'm pro-science, and all serious scientists believe in global warming. Here again, a maybe. It's a good thing to be pro-science. Every Christian should be pro-science, and yet the scientific consensus is very much split about global warming, about catastrophic climate change. So Christians should be very skeptical about the argument that being pro-science means being pro-global warming in the sense that you believe it is happening and it is catastrophically happening. So we need to be skeptical on this count as well. Third, we hear that there's no way the Earth is getting hotter. This is obviously on a slightly different side. People who hold to more of a conservative position might say this. I think we want to recognize as Christians that we need to have this kind of skepticism about the issue. In other words, there needs to be a really long trail of data that decisively and conclusively proves that global warming is happening. So I actually think we're justified in objecting to the global warming consensus along these lines. Fourth and finally, we hear that the whole battle is just politics playing out. The world's going to burn anyway. If we're not careful, if we have this kind of mentality, we wouldn't end up being stewards of the earth. We wouldn't end up caring for the earth, taking dominion of the earth in a right form, theologically and biblically. So yes, at the end of the day, as a Christian, the whole world is going to be remade decisively and completely by King Jesus. That's absolutely true. So we do not have the same theology, the same philosophy as secularists have on any issue or this issue. On the other hand, we also have to consider, though, that we need to be stewards of the earth, that we need to take good care of the world God has made. So, as Christians, in conclusion, let's avoid global warming hysteria. Let's not jump to hasty conclusions. Let's always follow the data precisely where it leads. Let's have a lot of skepticism, a ton actually, about secular claims. And as Christians, let's steward the earth to God's glory.
Wretched Worldview, available right now in the Wretched store. And just so you know, some of the other subjects actually are pretty contentious. Houston, I think we have a few problems here.
Go ahead, Wretched One.
Besides the fact I'm wearing a cardboard helmet, Houston, you have got one of the biggest false teachers in the universe. Are you kidding? He is so rich.
How rich is he, Wretched One?
I can see his house from here.